Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I want to show you something. This is actually quite sickening, upsetting, and annoying. You are shortly going to watch. I'm only going to play a few clips of it, and I don't really want to show it. But this is where we need to wake up. If you call yourself a Yoruba man or a Odua man, a woman, and you do not react to this, then I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. This video I'm about to play you, the late Alaafin of Oyo passed away. Now, as a king, in our tradition, regardless of his beliefs, in our tradition, the kings are not supposed to be seen out. If you see the king out anywhere, something is wrong. They are supposed to be behind the scenes. They're supposed to be, and they're not. You're certainly not supposed to see his body lying anywhere in such a tawdry manner. It should not even be. This goes against everything in our culture. It goes against it. Let me show you something. Some people read something, and I agree with what they wrote here. Listen to this. Breaking traditional protest open display of Alaafin of Oyo's corpse on internet during burial. The traditional worshipper said it was disappointing to see the corpse of a revered monarch being displayed all over the internet. The Traditional Worshippers Association of Nigeria, Oyo State Branch, has condemned the open display of the corpse of late Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi III, during the Muslim prayer session, saying it was against the tenets of the traditional respect for a dead king. The association disclosed that this on Sunday in a statement jointly signed by its chairman, Fabi Dasola, Secretary Dr. Fakayode Fayemi, Fatunde Respect. Look at this, is our king. Wake up. Whatever your religion, you do not cross that line. I'm not, that's your problem if you want to carry, but you do not cross the line when it comes to our culture. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. The statement noted that the late monarch never meant words in condemning the open display of any Yoruba Oba remains in any purpose while he was alive. You see that? This was a complete disregard for the man. He condemned the open display of the remains of any of Yoruba Oba remains for any purpose whilst he was alive. Traditional worshippers said it was disappointing to see the corpse of a revered monarch being displayed all over the internet. They added that their protest against the disparaging act was to set the record straight that it was a disrespect for the dead monarch. The statement read, in part, we send condolences to the children, widows of the Oyo indigenes, Yoruba land in general, and most especially Shango devotees worldwide, who have just lost one of them. In fact, Oba Adeyemi was a true devotee of Shango, and that was why he joined the ancestors on Shango Worship Day. It is rather disappointing to have seen the corpse of our revered Alaafin being displayed all over the internet. It is saddening, and we want this to be on record that we as a body are protesting this act. We do not want our children and our grandchildren to question us in future that we did not act or talk. The same disparaging act was witnessed during the burial of the late Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Saliu Adetunji, and we made our minds known as well. This is a trend that must stop, or we will all be contributing towards the annihilation of our traditional culture. Annihilation of our traditional culture. Our Yoruba monarchs, our kings should please make efforts of remedying this malady. However, we extol the Shango devotees for being tolerant to allow the Muslims and Christians to do initial prayers before the final burial rites commence. It is a good sign of religious tolerance that we have been advocating. We also use the opportunity to enjoin all Oba of Yoruba land to emulate Oba Lamidi in promotion of Yoruba traditional religion, which is the basis of the crowns on their head. However, the group commended the maturity displayed by Shango worshippers during the burial, noting that it would go into history as a worthy emulation. So this is what I'm showing. This goes against our culture. Do you understand that? This goes against our culture. This is something that we should never, whatever religion any king is practicing, his culture comes first. Guess why? Because he is African, he is Odua, Yoruba, he is from our part, and if you are a king, those tradition remains. Nobody breaks the tradition in the UK when it comes to the royalty. They don't mess with it. We shouldn't mess with ours. That is how we will lose. If we mess with it, we are losing who we are. We are losing who we are right before our eyes, and we need to wake up. So I personally, I support the statement made by the traditional worshippers association. I support them. In fact, I stand full square behind them, and I totally reject this display, open disregard for our royalty on the basis of some kind of religion, whatever that religion may be. It is totally unacceptable, and it is something that we must reject henceforth. We are setting terrible precedents that are, and I'm glad they've really pointedly made it known that they have said that now, so that people will be aware that this is wrong. No further king in that passage should be put through this indignity. This is an indignity. What happened now is indignity. I'm going to show you just a few minutes of it, a few seconds of it, because it's disgusting to watch. Watch this now. This is going against our tradition in every way. This is the king, the Alaafin of Oyo, Ikubabayigi, is revered. When they pass into the next realm, they are now gods themselves, literally. That's what it means. And just this idea to follow you, whatever religion, any king, anybody who's going to be king, they should be made to know that the minute you become a king, your religion takes second place to our tradition. Your religion must take second place to our tradition, and our tradition must reign. Whatever has been decided, however it's been done in the olden days, is what we must do. We mustn't, for the sake of any religion, break our tradition. This is an abomination, and it's something that we should really. This is a disgrace. This is an utter disgrace, and we as Oduduwa people, we must utterly, conclusively reject this unequivocally. Look at this. This is like, and what they're doing is a sign. You don't understand. This is a sign of showing that they've conquered that territory. You guys don't understand what has been done. You say they are Yoruba Muslims. Look on the heads of those people. Look at the head of this one here, for example. Look at that. That is a sign of a Fulani. They are making it known that they have conquered that territory. That's what they're doing. As on top of this is an insult upon already the injury of putting the body of our ancestor now in open display. This is abhorrent. This is something that should never ever happen. And I want us all, this is for the coming generation, we should really be teaching this, making sure that they know that this is unacceptable and they should reject it. Anybody to propose any religion, Christianity, Islam, whatever you want to call it, our tradition, once you become a king, the king is above tradition. I mean, above any religion. The king is above any religion. The tradition is the supreme, unquestionable. No questions. No questions whatsoever. And I hope that makes it clear. And I stand by that statement 1000%. And I support the traditional worshippers association in making that statement, the statement they make, the bold and clear statement that they've made. And this is what we as Yoruba people should be doing. This is totally unacceptable. That is our king. Just keep looking at, you see, those caps there, they are telling you a message that they've conquered your territory. And we must tell them, no way, you haven't. This is why we need to break it up. Enough of this nonsense. They don't even care. These guys will tell you, if you go to the north, and you have to follow their tradition. But we now are having to now disregard our own tradition. They're trying to wipe us off the face of the planet of Earth. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. Utter disregard. This is a disgrace. Shame on those who are involved in this. I say it as a Yoruba man. My tradition is supreme above any religion, and I say without any equivocation. If you go to Mecca and you go over and you say you go and burn a Quran, they will be upset. This is the same thing. What they've done is equivalent to burning a Quran, to desecrate our royalty, to bring they should not even be seeing the silhouette of their body. This is an abomination. This is an abomination. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting. Shocking. Regard, you see what they're doing to this. This is a symbol that if they do this to our king, how do they view us, the people? In the name of religion. What religion? I tell you, no religion is supreme to our culture. Make that clear. No religion. In the UK here, they do not mess with their royalty. So why are we allowing somebody with some religion to mess with our own tradition and our royalty? Why? It's time we woke up. This is sickening to watch. And all of this is to try and show you a sign that they control us. This is your king. We put him in the open for you all to gawk at. We run the country. We run your land. That is the symbol of what they're doing. That is what they're doing. It's time we woke up. This is the Alaafin. Look at this. And I want you to remember this. This is sickening. This goes against everything in our culture. Nobody should see the body of the king when he passes, because the king goes into another realm, and his body is not supposed to be out in open for everybody to be seen like this. This goes against our culture, and this is something that we must speak about unequivocally. Every single one of us as Yorubas, we must reject this. We must speak, and this is telling us what's to come. They've done this to other kings as well. We need to put a stop to it. No, none of our kings must have their bodies open like this. No religion. Once the king passes, our tradition takes control. Our tradition takes precedence. Not any religion. The religion are going to be bystanders. They can be part of the process in terms of when they've done the process, they can pray, they can do that. But they are not to engage in touching any part of his body, not touching the ground, not even touching the touching anyway the coffin or the whatever is going to be, where they're going to whatever the process. Nothing. I know later on there was done traditional rites, but that is not on. What is done here is so unacceptable. It's abhorrent. And it's time we reject this unequivocally as Oduduwa people, as Yoruba people, as Omokaro Ojire. This is sickening beyond words. Of taking over. This is like a symbol of we have taken over your land since we control your royalty. That's the symbol of what this means. That is the enormity of what is being done right here. And many people are not reading symbols. I've talked on this program, I've talked endless times about symbolism. And symbolism is what they use to control and dominate situations. We must reject this. Totally. Every Yoruba son and I want to say this, every Yoruba son and daughter that has been part of this process should really look at themselves, because they've actually bastardized their own tradition. For sake of any religion you're following, your tradition, your culture, in terms of your royalty should be supreme to any religion whatsoever. Whatsoever you may care to practice. That is your choice. But when it comes to our tradition, in our own land, that tradition is supreme. No question. That's a sign of sovereignty, serenity, and the royalty. That is putting respect where it's due. Look at this. You think you are doing this? Is you would you allow to do anything to go against what they do in Mecca? So why are we allowing anything else to interfere with how we do things in our own tradition? It's time we woke up. This is the reasons why we have to have Yoruba nation. It must rise up again. We have to go for self-determination via referendum, because these are the kind of things that will never ever happen again. We need to go back to our tradition, how it was done. We must stick to that. Every time any anything passes, they don't change a single part of their tradition in this country called the UK. So why are we changing ours? Why? It's time we woke up. Enough of this nonsense. It's like this is gawking over the body of somebody that we all revere as a king of an Oyo empire. This is tantamount to burning the Quran. The same thing. And we utterly reject this. If you do not accept anybody burning the Quran, and you could find a riot, this is what you're doing to us is the same thing, because you are abusing our royalty, and you're respecting the entire people, not just the king alone, and our tradition, and we reject it unequivocally.
Tó, wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbé wọn.
I mean, look at this. I mean, the way they even handle it's sickening to watch. And I'm putting this on record. I, as a Yoruba man, as a Oduduwa man, vehemently, without any holdbacks on this, reject this process that was even allowed to even take place. Who even allowed this sanctioning to happen? It is totally unacceptable, and it must never happen again. And we need to make sure that our royalties, they are treated with respect and the dignity that their office deserves. Because in treating them with respect, we treat the people with respect. The people who they head. By doing what we did now, we are disrespecting not only our royalty, but ourselves as well. That is bastardization. Look at this. Look at that. Just look at that. I'm not interested in your Allahu Akbar, I'm sorry. When it comes to our tradition, be it Christian, be it Muslim, you do not take precedence over our tradition. Our tradition states that we should not see our king laid out like this. This is destroying the image of our king. And it's trying to destroy our culture, by doing what is being done here. This is an attempt to totally destroy our culture as Yoruba people. And we need to reject it. We need to all be screaming about this and reject it vehemently. And I will be coming back and talking about this for quite a few times. I'm not going to play the rest. May his soul rest in peace. He's our royal king, and he must be treated as such, with same regard that they would do anywhere else in the UK, in France. They treat their royalty with respect. You don't even see them carry. They're no way. And the people are not going to be circling around like vultures around his body. This is sickening beyond words. Listen, dear man, you're watching Citizen Name, the platform where we speak truth to power. If this resonates with you, please do share. Subscribe to Citizen Name on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen Name on YouTube. And this, by the way, is yet more reason why we must go for referendum. Self-determination is the only way. Self-determination, referendum is the only solution. Referendum is the only solution to put a stop to this kind of nonsense that is going on. Utter nonsense. Listen, dear man, you're watching Citizen Name, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you for watching. Please go ahead, subscribe to Citizen Name on YouTube. Click the link, hit the notification button, give us a thumbs up. Please share, and share. I'll be in touch later on. Thank you and goodbye.